Civ roleplay and just the overall quality of roleplay and activity. Um, and ensuring people give feedback with the community. Of course, these two people that are in the audience have not been here very often, and one of them is completely new, so that's kind of hard to do. The quality of Civ roleplay is honestly kind of mediocre recently. People need to be doing more like domestic scenes, like DUIs, drug deals, stuff like that, that are actually like inclusive scenes that aren't constantly running from law enforcement, committing robberies, stuff like that. That type of RP consistently does not pr promote good quality Civ roleplay. Because if that's all people say, that's all people see, that's all they're gonna do. Um, Storylines are basically something that's essential in a good roleplay community. If you don't have an actual storyline for your character, you don't build storyline for your character, you need to have some sort of lore with your character. I'm tired of seeing people going out of character on scenes when they could just pull the person to the side and go out of character.
Hmm.
I'm tired of seeing people talking to people and calling them by their actual names. I know we're all like friends, most of us, but kind of annoying. I catch myself doing it too. Most of the time it's because I don't know what the character's name is. But if you know what the character's name is, then you should probably call them by that name. Well, you're supposed to. And if you don't, then obviously you never met the person good enough and should probably ask what their name is. Sure, you might know them in Discord, you might know them out of roleplay entirely, but you don't know their character. We are different beings inside of roleplay. So, um, with that comes interacting with other people as LEO and as civilian, you know, building actual relationships, friendships, becoming enemies with people without there being a previous RP plot. If you have an actual scene that isn't staged with someone, and that's a great way to build actual like lore between two characters that could lead to future RPs. We've all seen videos of communities like Aspirant, SAF. If you've been in the 5 community for long enough, you know what good roleplay should look like. Um, and right now it's not necessarily what's going on. So that needs to be fixed. That's the main priority. Not pointing fingers, but the people who have characters that specifically are meant to be killing cops, meant to be robbing stores, meant to be doing that stuff, they should probably switch it up and do other things than run, rob, kill. Um, those type of characters. I'm not gonna point fingers, but I will list some. Characters such as Amber Jade, Chuck Livingston. Those characters, it seems like every time you see them, they're always robbing a store, running from LEO, or shooting at LEO. Um, so that needs to be fixed. There needs to be a difference in consistency of constant priorities with one specific character or person. Um, from the LEO side, engage in the roleplay community from a in-game standpoint, whether it be learning how to do PIO operations and actually having public affairs and public information officers as an actual division, similar to how other servers do it, and you should probably take inspiration. I'm talking to, people who are in departments and people who run departments. You should probably try to get a PIO thing going. If you know how to, then probably should suggest that to be created inside your department. PIO consists of talking with your community, talking with, creating banners for your department, doing press releases, stuff like that, revolving around RP scenes. Because the truth of it is that these RP scenes are supposed to be happening in a different setting than everything. The problem is with RP scenes that's happening in game, it seems like they happen and everybody forgets about it. It's like a one and done situation. Nobody's talking about, like, let's say there's a massive bank robbery that happens where like 7 cops die. Seems like after it happens, like 2 scenes later, everybody just forgets that it happens, and that's not good because it's supposed to be role play. It's supposed to be like memories of stuff that happen, and I guess it gets flooded out with when multiple similar scenes happen. You kind of just forget about the one. So that's kind of like the purpose of PIO is making people aware of stuff that's happening in roleplay, and also advertising your department. Speaking of advertising, advertise the community. If you have friends that play FiveM, even if they're in another community, see if they have a dual clanning rule. If they have a dual clanning rule, don't worry about inviting them. But if you have somebody that plays FiveM, reach out to them and invite them. I don't care if they're your best friend, your mom's best friend, your cousin. I don't care if they're your dog's babysitter. I don't care. If they play FiveM, even if they might be a little bit messy at the game, we are a very welcoming community that will assist you in learning the ropes of roleplay. We are not whitelisted as of yet. And we are not one of those communities you have to go through a 50-stage application process and interview process and everything like that. Usually, with the way it is right now with open recruitment, is you join the Discord server, open a ticket, tell people what department you want to join. The department head will be dragging the ticket, and they might ask you a few questions, but there won't be any interview process as of right now. You'll get put into a department as a trainee, or if you have a lot of experience, you might get put as already like as a patrol officer. And our guidelines are 2 ride-alongs after your training, and boom, you're on patrol. So it's stupidly easy. So, even if the person that you're inviting might be scared of going through a lot of ropes to get in an apartment and actually be on patrol, or whether they're scared of how strict our community is, we're really not that strict, but it's a good medium here. Um, advertising TikTok, YouTube, maybe streaming on YouTube. The media department might be coming back. If that happens, then there will be people who can apply to be media that, their job is to actually advertise on Twitch, YouTube, and stuff like that. So just getting the word that this community exists out there is good enough. With that in mind, the other thing that I really want to talk about is, I took notes and suddenly those notes are now gone. Oh yeah, community feedback. Since it's being recorded, I'm not talking to just the people that are in this audience. This recording might be posted in the announcements channel. Hopefully it is. Community feedback. If you notice something that is wrong, you notice a bug, you notice people improperly doing stuff, you notice anything that you do not like, and even if it's stuff that you do like, feedback doesn't have to just be negative. Do a community feedback. There's actually a channel for community feedback. I am not sure where it is. I cannot tell you.
It is going to be under the community lounge area, I believe.
Server reviews is where it's under. Put a server review in. It helps a lot to people who join, and a lot of people that join might be the first thing they go look at is that channel to see what other members. It's like buying a product. If it has bad reviews, you're most likely not going to buy it. You're going to go to a similar product. In our scenario, that'd be somebody else going to a different server. If it has tons of good reviews, you're going to buy it and use their product. So make sure you do feedback. If it's negative, neutral, positive, doesn't matter. Just put your opinions towards the server, whether it be Discord sided or in-game sided. With that in mind, something about feedback similarities are, make sure if you see somebody doing something wrong to open up tickets. Don't be afraid to do /call admin and server. 9 times out of 10, most of the people that are in server usually are staff members. So there's usually always one of us available to help you, and it might even be me or one of the other directors themselves. Because unlike some, we don't just sit back and watch. We actually help, you know, with little things as well. So, if it's just us, or it might be just a trial moderator or a moderator, if you do/call admin or open a ticket, you will be helped in some way, shape, or form. So, don't worry about the repercussions of reporting a player for doing something wrong. And some communities require you to have a clip of what happened. Without having a clip, we will still investigate the situation. Because some communities, if you call admin and you don't have a clip of what happened, they're going to immediately turn you away. They're going to say, there's no proof. We're not going to investigate. We will actually investigate. So just don't be afraid to report anybody doing any wrongdoing.
Yeah. It also is preferred, like if it is in game, that you do have a clip, but as Frank said, you necessarily don't have to. It'll still be investigated.
Yeah. If there's multiple people that see it happen, then of course, there's multiple people. They're not all going to be lying. They're not all going to be, making, false accusations against a player. And 9 times out of 10, just because you might not have a clip, somebody else might. Kill logs and stuff like that also exist. So, go ahead with anybody else that wants to add something. Thomas, Aaron, Craig.
You covered all my points exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is going to be some things in the Civ department that will be changed and updated. Can't really fully for sure say what they are until I talk to my O2. I talk to my O2 first in regards to what they are.
Yeah.
To run that through the chain.
For all 2 troopers in here, the documents are not accurate right now due to the change, so they will be changing before tomorrow or before tomorrow's patrol, just so you guys know. Yeah.
Sure.
I might take you up on that. I'll let you know.
Okay, that's pretty much all I gotta say.
Yep.
They're,
Yes.
that, huh?
Oh, yeah, I thought you said my name. Or am I tripping?
No, you're tripping.
Okay, I'm tripping.
With people who are wondering, what the changes actually are with the revamp, because most people, 95% of people that are in the server are not even able to join it right now, of course, maintenance mode. Sneak peeks have been pretty vague and only showing, some of what's going on. V-menu has been updated with categories to allow you to categorize your vehicles and characters. There is a new medical script that is similar. I'm not sure people who have played Arma will be very familiar with the Ace Combat script that allows you to do very detailed medical. There will be documentations coming out with the medical script, probably not on launch day, but probably the night of. Relating to the medical script is very nice, is very detailed, and you will be taught about it, so don't worry about learning it yourself. And there's other changes that will be coming as well. It's just main stuff is what we're focusing on first. Of course, we have to revamp our radio system as well. We're working on, of course, every department got revamped with new uniforms and new vehicles. Yeah, that's really all I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm also working on the update after this.
Yeah. So, yeah, invite your friends, invite people that you know that play FiveM, advertise, get the word out there that this community exists, and do your part to make this a good place. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. You can stop the recording, Otter.